in the world of sales, why is it that you got to be open to some new ideas when it comes to closing deals? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California, and a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, here's the thing. I want to remind you of something. Sales is a lot like religion. So if you grew up in a religion, like, you may look at other places and go, that's kind of goofy, that's kind of weird. But, like, you know, the people participate and they like what they're doing. Sales is a lot of the same way. Now, I've got, as of today, somewhere a little bit over 2,000 YouTube videos. And sometimes I'll get a message from somebody who goes like, you know, that's not how you do it. And I'm like, all right, cool, right? I get it. It's not the way that you would do it, but, you know, you got to be open to some new ideas. Nope. And like, one of the biggest ones, and I get this kickback on, is sell me this pen, or how to sell a pen. Now, I have 2 or 3 videos up on YouTube that discuss how to sell a pen. And they teach you, like this is one of multiple ways to sell you a pen. This is one way that it can happen. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way. It doesn't mean it's the best way for you. It just means it is a way. It's like, you know, sometimes when you're driving to a location and you're looking at the map on your phone, you could be using Google Maps, or you could be using Waze, and you're like, you know, I really don't want to take that direction. I want the more scenic route. I'm going to go to the right instead of the left because I know where I'm going. Well, for you, sales is a lot like that. Just because I say that, hey, this is one of the ways that I do it, I'm just introducing you to an idea. I'm introducing you to a concept. It doesn't mean that that's the one that you have to use. And I see this a lot where salespeople get very rigid, and they're like, nope, 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 nope. There's no other good ideas but my own. And I'm like, really? Like, you can't really learn like that? You can't see like this might be a way for you to use it? No, it's just outside of my realm of beliefs and my abilities and my capabilities. I'm not bending, I'm not going any other direction. And this is a mistake for you. It is a form of sales sabotage, because there's plenty of fantastic sales tips, there's plenty of sales advice, sales lessons that you can learn from somebody else, and you can look at it and you're like, you know, not really my religion, not really my belief, not really how I would do it, but hold on a second. What if I modified and I took part A here and I took part B, which is mine? Is there a way that I can make this work? Is there a way that I can walk through it? Is there a way that I can talk through it? Is there something that I can do as a sales professional, as a closer, to make this happen? And I want to let you know that it's funny, because I get these messages on how to sell a pen or sell me this pen for the 3 videos that I have up. It is 3. I have to think through it for a second here. It is 3 videos. And people just sound like, man, this isn't the way that the movie The Wolf of Wall Street sells. And I'm like, you got to remember, Wolf of Wall Street is a movie. It's fantasy. It's a story that has been adapted to go, here, be entertained. So movies are entertainment. They're not sales training. But you could take from them and go, hey, I've got a couple of good ideas of how to sell a pen. I've seen that movie, right? I like that movie. I think that there's a lot of good content in it. But is it the only way to sell a pen? Is it the only process that you could do for sales training that's going to get you to the next step? Heck no. I mean, you know, they're sitting at the restaurant and they're like, you know, tell me about this pen and why do you, like, okay, I get it. Cool way to do it. And I know at the end of the movie, the guy, Leonardo DiCaprio, playing Jordan Belfort, is in Australia, is like, hey, sell me this pen, okay? There's lots of different places that you can learn from. I am just one of them. There's probably, in the United States, just so you know, there's somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 sales trainers. Some of them are good, some of them are fantastic, and some of them are But you can always pick something up from somebody. You can always pick something up from somebody and go, like, how can I adapt that? How can I take it? How can I change it? And, you know, like, sometimes for your personality, it just doesn't work. There's times where I've been to sales training and I'm like, I cherry pick. I'm like, I like this, I like this. I don't know how I'm going to make that work for me and my personality. I'm going to try. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to try, like, is there a way to make this work? That's always my first question. And if there's not, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to put this in the piggy bank of knowledge and put it back here, because at some point I might be able to combine forces and fuse them together with 1 or 2 other things and then make it work for me. It just may not be my time to hear that message. And I just want to remind you, in sales, sometimes it comes down to, it's just not your time to hear that message. You're just not ready. You're just not at that point to hear it. You're just not where you can combine 3 or 4 ideas or 1 or 2 ideas to make it happen. And sometimes just whatever somebody else is teaching is just, it's not going to work for you. And that's cool too. Sometimes the stuff that I teach, you may go, doesn't work for me. But the other 9 things that I got out of you, those work. Those are cool, right? See how that works? You can't be so rigid in sales to go, it's not ever going to work. It's not my thing. I'm not going to do it. Because you're going to miss out, right? You have no idea how many times I delete stuff off of the 3 videos that I got for Sell Me This Pen, because sometimes when people just, one, they're flat out mean. I had my jacket buttoned. Yes, I know, I made a mistake. I was excited. I got to sit down and interview my coach and my mentor, Dr. Kevin Hogan. I'm not thinking like, hey, I'm going to unbutton my jacket. I'm thinking like, this is pretty cool. I'm being interviewed by my mentor, right? It was a mistake. Hey, my name's Scott. I make mistakes too. And it's really weird to have a conversation with somebody and go, look, just take the idea and modify it and make it work for you. And you could do the same thing. Now, you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.